Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Blessings, feeling the strong energy. February is being a very powerful month. We are having the full moon now. Very much feeling the alignment from Venus and Mars, two powerful planets, and we are feeling those transformations and change in ourselves as well. Beautiful. The universe very much is here to help us. The energy is here to help us. But today I'm here to talk about Grandmother Ayahuasca. It's been a long time that I have been preparing this video, and I already did one, but I wasn't able to post. So I always have a little bit of challenge with technology. But the most important is don't give up. And that's why I am here again and preparing this video to answer many questions that I have been receiving. And I felt in my heart as well that it is important to bring some clarity, you know, before very much to come to the ceremony. Questions, for example, is the medicine is right for me? Is the medicine is able to heal myself, to help heal my body? Is that the right medicine that very much I'm looking for this moment to help me in my ascension process? Where that medicine came from? So those are very much questions that I have been receiving, and I am here today to answer those questions and bring some clarity to everyone. So this way we are able to go to the ceremony with more clarity, understanding what is very important, and removing the fear about the medicine. Because I feel that there is lots of misunderstanding about ayahuasca. Yes, it is a very powerful medicine. She's the queen of the jungle. She's the grandmother. And as all grandmothers, you know, we very much know their experience and their inner power. And in the same way that they teach us, you know, the truth, very much grandmother brings us straight confidence, integrity, and that's very much what I feel from my grandmother from Brazil. She already passed away last year, but I always admire my grandmother. She always was a powerful woman. She teaches me a lot, and I always had in my heart, you know, oh, when I grow up I want to be like my grandmother, powerful. And the interesting part, when she passed away, after a month, I had the opportunity to have my journey with ayahuasca, and I very much felt her energy into the medicine, her strength, her power, her integrity, the respect, and very much I felt her heart connected with the medicine. And the beautiful part is that some people that already has been into the ceremony very much felt as well the energy of the grandmother, you know, the energy, the power, very much the guidance and the love of grandmother. And that's beautiful. And that's why I'm here, very much to share with you my experience and explain a little bit more about how I do my ceremonies with the medicine. So for those that doesn't know me, my name is Carolina. I am a Brazilian and I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. It's been 13 years of Canada, so it's been a long time already. But my ascension process, my awakening journey, very much started in 2016, where I started to receive very much the truth about matrix, control, manipulation, very much understand that we are made of energy, that we are frequency. And before that, I can tell you guys that I didn't know anything about the truth. I was totally into the matrix. And I came from a family that it is very religious. So I just knew about the journey into the religion system. But soon I started to have my awakening. I started to understand the true spirituality. I started to feel the true spirituality within the journey of self-love, self-discovering, self-acceptance. And connected with that awakening, I started to be more connected with nature as well. I grew up in a farm in Brazil with my father. You know, he still has his farm. My mom, she liked to be more in the city, but I always was going with my father in nature. I did my degree in animal nutrition, so I always was very connected with the animals as well. It's been healing myself as well with some people as known as curandeira, the healing ladies, you know, that we have in South America. And the beauty, you know, the blessed part that I am so thankful that my mom, even being into the religion system, she felt the truth into the medicine, into the healing. And that was very, very important for my journey as well. Grow up at least, you know, having some type of connection with through healing, to spirituality, connection with nature. And so during my awakening journey, I very much started to work with natural herbs. I started to heal myself, removing all the chemicals from my body, being more aware about the food that I was putting in my body. So I started to make some products, some healing oils. And the universe very much started to put people, you know, in my journey that very much helped me to navigate through this beautiful discover, choosing beautiful herbs, connected with Chinese medicine, beautiful medicine, powerful, very old herbs, you know, that are here thousands and thousands of years, you know, to help our body, to help ourselves to navigate through our journey. And I started to make my products for myself, and the universe very much starting put together something that make me create more and offer to others, give the opportunity for others very much to feel healed, to feel the blessings and power of Mother Nature. And here I am after 3 years, you know, very much working my products, creating beautiful oils with beautiful combinations of herbs to help each one to heal body, to very much to help in the awakening process, to rise our frequency, to bring more balance between our mind, our heart, our masculine energy, our feminine energy, the activation of sexual energy as well. I had the opportunity, as I said, to experience ayahuasca. And now I am giving the same way, the same opportunity, for others to experience the medicine, to be part of the journey, and very much help to heal themselves, their body, mind, their soul, and help us to see the truth of who you really are, the true spirituality, the spiritual realms, and it is important for us, especially about our process of awakening, to understand who we really are, our purpose and mission, and navigate through our journey with ease, because it's very challenging. We are tested, all the time, and very much sometimes it's hard to understand and have that clarity, that enlightenment about our cycles, our life experience, especially because we bring so much with us, our ancestors' energy and karmic cycles as well, blood generation, past lives, and everything that we pass here in this lifetime as well. So we have lots of things to be healed, and it is a lot. And connected with that, we have our tests, our cycles that very much repeat, for us to be able to see with clarity our ego, our fears, our blockades, so we are able to remove and free ourselves from the control, from the mind control. So in my journey of awakening, I understood that working myself, working my energy, very much healing myself, working my balance, understanding, my mind, understanding how the matrix works as well, was something that I'm offering to others in the same way, to help bring more clarity. Everything that we do to ourselves, it is something that we offer to others. Life, it is about experience, and very much we are here to share our experience, our journey, our lessons. So this way maybe we can help others, to navigate to their journey and bring more clarity. We are the one that very much heal ourselves. We have the power to heal ourselves, our body, our mind, our soul, our emotional traumas. But using our energy, once we start to working ourselves and very much rise our energy, we can very much help the world, we can help the planet, we can help Mother Nature, with our light, with our energy, and we can help others as well, our brothers and sisters, everyone that we have connection. We are able to bring that light to others and very much help them to navigate through their journey, giving them more clarity as well. And that's what the medicine ayahuasca, gramadeira ayahuasca, do with us. Not just ayahuasca, but mushrooms, cannabis, DMT, all types of psychedelic medicine very much help us to give us clarity about our journey, about our cycles, about our fear. And everything, it is connected with our brain function, especially in our childhood, between 0 to 7 years old. It is very much a period of our childhood where we program our mind, our mind very much are programmed, and we're gonna care everything, all the experience that we have as a little, reflecting in our adult experience, our self-esteem or insecurity or fears, healing mother and father energy as well, what is very important in our life. So everything will be very much reflected in the future. And sometimes we experience things and we are not able to understand why we are experiencing certain types of feelings, pain, suffering, or separation in our journey. Just gonna put the music a little bit lower. It is distracting me a little bit. So it is a huge journey, where very much we have to bring understanding about all our life experience. And more clarity we bring to our journey, more we understand that everything it is connected, that we are connected with the universe. As above, so below, as within, so without. And that's very powerful, when we see and we have the realization that the universe, very much it is inside of us, that we came from the same source, that we are energy, that what contains in the universe, in the earth, contain inside of us. We are made of 70% of water, and the planet very much have 70% in water. The earth very much have the chakras, in each parts of the planet Earth, in the countries, different parts, and we have our chakras as well in our body. The earth has their own trauma, their own karmic cycle, energetically talking, from thousands and thousands of years, and we have in the same way. We are made of water, fire, air to survive, earth, the soil to produce food and medicine for us. So we are not able to survive without nature, without Mother Nature. It's her that very much gives oxygen to us. So we are totally connected. And it is the reason that they left to us, the higher beings, Pleiadians, very much left for us psychedelic medicine from Mother Nature to help us in this ascension process. So we are able to bring light and healing to ourselves. And then we help nature, we help the planet with our light. Our light, it is the light of the Word. Our shadows, very much, it is the shadow of the Word. When it is connected with each other, and one reflect each other, everything that we have within us, the way we perceive life, the way we experience life, the way we feel our experience, it is reflected outside of us. And that it is very much how we're gonna feel outside of us. If we feel enlightenment, if we vibrate from our heart frequency, we very much will feel that outside of us. We feel that balance, that beauty. We are able to be more in the present moment. We vibrate more in our heart space. But if we are too much in our mind, in the frequency of the mind, in the fear, that's very much what we're gonna reflect outside of us. And then we see the shadow aspect outside of us. And the beauty of the medicine, very much help us to integrate our shadows. It helps us to understand our shadows, our ego, that it is very much connected with the persona, our personality, that very much we created, we develop from society, from the matrix system, from religion system, from the educational system, the culture system, from everything that we see in the TV, from our group of friends. So everything, creates that personality on us. And for us to be able to be accepting the society in those groups, we have to put our mask to be able to be accepted, because soon we are connected just with that personality that was created from the word. We start to limit ourselves, and we forget about everything that we are capable to do it. We use just 5% of our brain. We use just the 5 senses: the touch, the smell, the vision, hear, and what is the other one? Let me see here if I have. So it is the touch, the smell, vision, taste, and I forgot the other one. Anyway, will come. So, and that's very much what limit, our brain. So we very much live in just those 5%, and we are not able to activate, the other 95%. So, saying again, taste, smell, touch, hear, and vision. So those 5 senses very much are connected with the logical problem solving as a D mode. So we use just a limit percentage of our brain, of our sense, and that creates fear on us. But when we start to activate our DNA, when we start to activate our body, when we start to bring light into our shadow, when we start to remove our ego, our personality, our persona, that's very much when we start to activate the other 95%. And then we discover that we are multidimensional beings. We start to have connection with different dimensions. We start to amplify our vision, our sense. And that's very much the truth who we really are. And activating those 95% of our conscious mind very much gives us the clarity about who we really are. It gives us the clarity about what we are made of. And very much we start to feel that connection, that unification with everything around us. So we start to live more in the frequency of our heart, and we release that frequency of mind control. Because the matrix very much controls the frequency of the mind, then we are not able to live in the frequency of the heart. But more and more we work in our shadows, more and more we bring light, we integrate those shadows into light. More we activate our DNA. All the information very much it is in our DNA. So more light we bring to our shadows, more light we bring to ourselves, into our DNA. And then we have the power to upgrade our DNA. And then we very much awake our DNA. We awake our body. We awake the other 95% of our brain. And we are awake very much the sense. We start to have connection with other dimensions. We start to vibrate, more we bring light to our shadows, more we remove our ego, more we deprogram ourselves from that program, from the system, from the matrix, and very much stand up for who we really are, for what brings us happiness, for what makes us feel comfortable in our skin, what makes us feel beautiful, accepting ourselves, understanding our journey, understanding the lessons, from our past experience. We are able to letting go those experiences. And then we are able to open a space for new creation, for new experience into our life. So we rise the frequency of our body. And then very much we start to activate our chakra. And everything it is connected with the healing of the medicine. So the medicine very much has the power to do a cleanse physically, mentally, emotionally, and vibrationally. And the Grandmother Ayahuasca is very much known as the purging, la purga, that we say in the South America. And this is part of the process to remove all the toxins, all the fear that we get, from food, from chemistry, from toxins, from stress. Everything creates toxin in our body. And those toxins, the food, the processed food that we put in our body very much cooperates with our feelings and emotions, with the chemistry of the brain, and very much give us depression that sometimes we don't know where that comes from. So everything it is connected. And ayahuasca, it is very much a vine plant. In Amazon, for example, they give microdoses to the children to help the children, to release fear, parasites, bacteria, virus. So those are very much the physical cleansing that the medicine doing ourselves. Cleanse the body, the toxins, heals disease as cancer, activates our DNA, remove the toxins from our body. So very much it is the purging process. And if you have to pass for that purging process, it's totally fine. It is part of the process. So more we are aware about what we put in our body, treating ourselves as divine beings, when we have the realization that we are a beautiful soul, that we are sacred. And very much it is a soul that using this body to have experience at this time in life, we start to treat ourselves, with kindness and love, with respect, with integrity. Because we understand that we are God creation, so we are divine. And we choose this body very much to experience this lifetime here on earth. So treating ourselves with love, with compassion, without judging ourselves, but very much understanding our journey, our life experience as lessons, having acceptance about our journey, our life experience. It helps us to rise our frequency, giving food as high frequency energy, vegetables, fruits, pure water, natural juice, being in nature, doing exercise, helping our body in whatever you need, you know, healing sessions, healing activations, you know, of DNA. So those are very much mechanisms that help ourselves to release the trauma and blockades that we have stuck in our body, in our chakras, in our cells from past life trauma. So the medicine very much help us to release all the physical trauma, sexual abuse, sexual trauma, you know, physical, connected with the physical, with the body, pain. So it is very powerful. And the medicine very much has the power to cleanse the mental part. And the mental part is something that I was already talking about, activating our brain, deprogramming our brain from the program, from the matrix, but very much activating the other 95% of our brain, helping us to understand and bring clarity to our journey, to our life experience, helping us to release our past trauma, and very much bringing light to that aspect, understanding. That's very much the way when we are able to understand our ego, our mind program. And then we release that program, we remove our ego. And then our authenticity, our true self come out. And doing that, we activate our DNA, we activate our body, we bring more light to our cells. It is very much the integration from the light of our soul into the cells of our body. Then we start to feel the unification, the connection with everything around us. We feel more connected with nature, with animals, and with life, with our, you know, brothers and sisters, everyone that we share, you know, our life. We feel connected, and we understand that everything, it is one. Everything feels the same way, you know, and we are here to help each other. So we vibrate more from our heart frequency, and that's the beauty, you know, of healing our brain function. We activate our pineal gland, the gland that is connected with other dimensions. We receive information from the spiritual realms. And then we understand that life is much, much more than just this third dimension. We understand and we have realizations about our journey. We activate our spiritual gifts as well. So this way we are able to help ourselves and help others, in service to others, with our energy, with our light, with our gifts. And we cooperate with the transition process of the planet, the transition awakening of of humanity. And that is very much very powerful. So our mind very much is connected with quantum physics. More we activate, you know, our brain, the other 95%, more we have that understanding that we are energy, that we are frequency, that we vibrate, that there is no matter, but very much everything, it is energy. It is just the vibration that creates the matter. But there is nothing, it is empty when we see into the microscope. And that's how we feel. You know, many that experience ayahuasca or mushrooms or any other psychedelic medicine see everything as energy and frequency vibrating around us. And we start to understand the frequency of our body connected with our brain and our heart. When we are into the fear, when we are into the mind frequency, we feel our frequency lower. But when very much we vibrate in the frequency of our heart, unconditional love, neutrality, happiness, joy, we feel our energy, our frequency rising. And that's very much what gives us that state of clarity and balance, you know, through the present moment. So you don't feel that agitation of the mind, being to the past, you know, bringing all the old cycles over and over again, but very much ending the old cycle, bringing clarity, understanding, learning the lessons, and then move on. So we are able to be in the present, co-create our present, and very much reflect in the future, new cycles, new experience, everything that we want to attract. And that's the beautiful power that we have. Once we start to activate those 95% of our brain, we understand that we have the power to manifest everything in our reality. That our reality is just a reflection of us, how we perceive, how we live within us. And it is a journey of lots of challenge, you know, it's not easy. It is very painful. It is a journey of detachment, where very much we feel the unconditional love for everything. We have compassion for everything. But we cannot allow others people's choice to affect in our journey, in our choice. And doing that, very much we remove the part of suffering, you know, that we have been carrying with us. And it is a journey very much of understanding, forgiving ourselves, having compassion from ourselves, not judging ourselves. You know, the judgment very much starts from us. We are the ones that judge ourselves. But when we remove that part of fear about what others thinking about us, fear about being different, fear about not do and be, you know, the same as others in the system. But removing that fear and very much standing up for what makes us feel good, happy, but in balance, in our inner power, remove that judgment, but very much having acceptance from ourselves. That very much when we start to free ourselves and be who we really are, and start to feel comfortable in our own skin. Very much manifesting in our reality, you know, people that will be comfortable in our authenticity, in our energy, in our true essence, without those fake masks, you know, from the ego perspective. And that is very much connected with the mental healing of the medicine, bringing that balance between our masculine and feminine energy, both parts of our brain, removing, doing the integration of our shadow aspect, understanding, you know, our energy, our frequency, understanding our journey, bringing more clarity and realization. So those are very much aspects from the mind healing of the medicine. And it is very powerful, very, very powerful. So in the mind, it is very much connected, our emotions. So the healing of the medicine happens in our emotions, in our emotional part, emotional trauma, very much depression, anxiety, fear, our life's experience that creates very much trauma on us. Post-traumatic disorder, experience, those experiences that stay with us, that's very, very deep. We carry with us lots of pain and suffering. And it calls post-traumatic disorder, and I don't like to say to people, that they have those types of problem, or I don't like to name those things, because words has frequency, our frequency, and our body very much listen what we speak. So more and more we say, I have this, I have that, or I am the way I am because of this, because of that, we are very much continue to reinforcing our body. Spell, that's why spell has power to very much put us in a stage of hypnosis. And that's what the word do with us. Create a stage of hypnosis where we are not able to see the truth, but very much just working in that, our mind just working in that frequency of hypnosis. But when we are aware that everything is frequency, everything is energy, everything vibrates, and our words very much has power, then we very much start to command our body, sending love and light to our body, sending healing to our body. And we make our mind to work in favor of our heart, in the favor of the soul. When we have the realization that we are a soul that are using this body, and we very much are the ones that have the power to command the body, then we start to very much do the healing. So when we have the realizations that we are not our thoughts, that we are not our emotions and feelings, but it is very much a thought that creates emotions, that creates a feeling, we are able to change the chemistry of our brain. We have the power to change the types and choose what type of thoughts we want to manifest in our life. And then very much it is when the body starts to respond about those thoughts. But it is a process, it is very much a process. And we learn by repetition. That's why we have lots of tests in our journey, because we learn by repeat. As when we are in the school, to learn something, we have to write, we have, to repeat things, very much to process in the mind. And that's what's happened with our journey, Our journey very much happens in cycles, repetitive cycles, in a spiral. So we are able to face our experience until we are able to have that realization, bring clarity, and then end the cycle, the old cycle, and bring new experience to ourselves, to our life. So it is very much the discipline of the mind, working with love, with joy, with happiness, knowing that everything is part of the process. You know, Grandmother Ayahuasca very much told me in one of my experience, be easy on yourself. Don't be so hard. Enjoy more. Be happy. Do things with your heart. Everything is part of the process. And we are here to learn. We are here to understand our body. We are here to heal ourselves. Everything is part of the process. We are here to accept ourselves and share with others, you know, the beauty of life. Matrix is just a portion that very much it is something that is trying to control our mind. But when we free ourselves from that mind control, we are able to be who we really are. And even with those situations, you know, we are able to live with happiness and joy. Because that's who we really are. We are love, we are happy, we are joy, we are unconditional love, we are kindness. Those are our true characteristics. And everything else that comes from the ego perspective is just a distortion. So we are very much removing everything that is not part of us, because we are already love. We are already balance. We are already our masculine and feminine energy. We are just removing those aspects that create that disbalance on us. And it is a process. And what's going on exactly now in the world with this transition process, with this fake pandemic and manipulation that is being created to control our mind, to change and modify our DNA and put humanity in a state of fear and lower frequency, very much creates trauma, very much creates pain and suffering. So ayahuasca very much has the power to remove that, to bring clarity and more balance into ourselves, to very much bring more balance into our brain, removing all those fears and distortion very much that we live as hypnosis. So the medicine very much has the power to awake us, to help us in our awakening process. And that very much it is connected with the emotional cleansing. The medicine very much has the power to cleanse our energetic field, our energy. And everything that happens in our life gets stuck in our energetically field as well. If we have, you know, relationship with others, very much if we have sex with others, we are exchanging not just a material substance, but very much energy. When we connect with others, we are exchanging energy. And it is very much important to be aware of that, with who we are exchanging our energy, with who we are allowing the energy to come into our bubble, you know? Because everything affects us. And more we bring that clarity, more we balance our energy, more we balance our masculine and feminine, more we understand about our masculine and feminine energy, we are able to activate our sexual energy, our chakras. And then that energy can flow freely into our body and very much remove the energy that gets stuck in those chakras, because it is the energy that gets stuck in the chakras that creates diseases in the body. But when we remove that emotional blockage from the chakra, the energy starts to flow freely, and then very much the body starts to heal itself. So everything, it is about energy, our frequency, understanding our journey, releasing that blockage, allowing the energy to flow in our body, activating our cells. And then very much we start to feel more in balance. We start to live more in balance. And that's the beauty, of the medicine. I'd like to say just a little bit about the characteristics from the masculine and feminine energy. The feminine energy, it is the tenderness, wisdom, patience, nurturing, flexibility, and fertility. It is the guidance, our intuition. She communicates through the body. She leads us to the right direction. It is our intuition. It is the heart. It is very much that energy that helps us to give us love, to make us be vulnerable. And men and women has both energy within. So the balance very much needs to start within us first, and then that balance, it is reflected outside of us. The masculine energy, it is connected with the fearless, courageous, and loyal, the guardian, the protector. In balance, he doesn't harm. It is gentle, straight, brings harmony and peace where there is conflict and separation. It is when we speak our truth, we stand up for ourselves. And he stands for the integrity as well. It's beautiful. So it is very important for us to understand both energy in our body, so one support each other and one bring that inner balance as well. So this way we feel totally in our balance. We remove the fear because we understand that we are powerful beings. That very much our energy, yes, it is powerful. And we have the power to co-create and manifest our reality. And that's the beauty of the medicine. So the medicine very much heals our physical body, our mental body, our emotional body, and our energetic body. And that's the beauty. And very much in my portion, let's say, that I prepare in my mix, I add blue lotus flower. It is something that Ayahuasca very much asked me to add, helping us to be more in our feminine energy. This moment very much, it is the feminine energy that we are feeling. The world are feeling the feminine. The feminine energy, it's being activated. The goddess, the queen energy. And that's very much that it is helping the masculine. The masculine energy within and the masculine outside of us. Helping with that balance. And it is the energy, very much that we are feeling. The Mother Gaia, the Ayahuasca, feminine energy. And that's what very much I add into my mix, you know, that I prepare. And it is important, you know, in my understanding, to have a guidance before, a guidance during the ceremony, and a guidance after. So I offer that guidance before in my private shamanic healing sessions, where I have with one. So very much we go through the past experience. If there is something that needs to bring clarity, we bring before. We go to the root of the emotional trauma or blockage. Or if there is something that it is already manifested in the body as a disease, we bring understanding where that came from. So during the journey, we can be more prepared to face and very much understand what will be healed. So it is important to give that support before, that balance before, that clarity. And then we have the confirmation with my card readings, you know, where I ask the universe to confirm everything that it is spoken. So it is important to come to the journey without expectation, but very much with an open heart. Be able to experience everything that is meant to be for our good. And even coming to my sessions with an open heart, without being controlled, you know, from the ego, expecting to listen what the ego wants to hear. So this way is not gonna work. We're gonna be feeling, you know, lots of purging, and we're gonna have a harder time during the experience because we are holding the ego in the expectations, in the fear. But when we release that expectation, that energy of control, and we just accept whatever is meant to happen, that's very much when we are able to navigate, you know, flowing into the journey. And that's what's happening in my private healing sessions as well. So I am able to navigate through your experience into your energy field. And very much if there is any old cycle that it's been repeating in your life and you are not able to see the clarity, you know, we bring the clarity together. So this way you are able to close that old cycle and very much bring new energy into your life, bring understanding and clarity. So it is important to release the control from the ego, but very much open the heart, open the mind, and receive. And then it is the intuition very much that will tell us, you know, what is true or not, if it resonates with my words and energy. So being that state of neutrality very much help us to feel and listen our intuition, be connected with our heart, our intuition. And I offer a pause healing session as well after my guidance, you know, after the ceremony, where very much we're gonna exchange that vision, that journey, bring clarity as well through the experience, bring realization through the experience. And the integration, you know, of the experience very much happens a week after. So the journey is not ending just in that night of the journey, but very much after we receive lots of information and realization and integration as well of our shadows. And during the ceremony, very much I help each one to ground their energy into the present. I channel the medicine. I receive a message that I share with each one. And even healing the energetic field, doing the cleansing of the body, is something that I receive from the medicine. And I do it in each one. So it's not about myself going and doing, but very much receiving that information and give to each one a message or a guidance, or very much healing, you know, cleansing each one with my feathers. This is my spiritual instrument that I use to heal myself, to cleanse myself, my energy, and I use in my ceremonies as well. Feather very much it is a tool for cleansing, for activation and connection with the spiritual realms as well. So everything it is about healing, bringing balance before, during and after. So there is no reason for us to create more fear and fear about the medicine, and not understanding, you know, about the medicine, but very much bring clarity about the medicine. And it is important to do a diet before that we go through the preparation healing session. You know, as I said, 2 weeks diet, preparing our body to receive, and be open to receive the medicine with love and respect. More we see the respect in the medicine, more very much we are able to respect ourselves and feel the sacredness within. So one it is connected with other. And that's the beauty of Grama de Ayahuasca. Okay? So many people asking me as well, oh, I am into the medication, or I have addiction, you know, from chemicals. As this medicine is right for me? I can tell you, if you have lots of trauma and blockades and you are still taking medication, heavy medication, to me could be helpful to go first into a few private healing sessions, so we are able to bring clarity into those fears and emotional blockage, understanding better the journey, the experience, and then removing the medicine and removing the synthetic medicine. And after you have a more clarity about your experience, you know, about even the pain or the disease that was created in the body. When we bring understanding about it, you know, then we can be more prepared to go through the ayahuasca journey. And I offer, and I'm making as well, microdose of ayahuasca, very much helping, you know, those that still are in the medicine, or there is lots of blockades and trauma. The microdose very much has the power to send that high frequency energy to the brain, start to change the chemistry of our brain, to heal our body, our cells, to remove the addiction. And everything it is connected with intention, the power of intention. That's the most beautiful thing. So when I'm preparing the medicine, or when I'm preparing the oils, very much I put my energy, my intentions from the heart. Before we take the medicine, you know, in the ceremony, very much we put our intentions, our energy. And before we apply the oils, you know, my products, or even taking the microdose, it is important to give and put our intentions, very much to be connected with Grama de Ayahuasca, creating that relationship, that friendship with her before the journey, because it is very much what she's asking us. I wrote very much a message, that I received it from her. It says, before taking me inside you, create a friendship of respect, trust, love, and devotion with me. Be open to receiving my blessings and healing without expectations. Let me take care of you. I know your hurt and I know your fears. I will help you to remove everything that creates separation between you and the universe. I love you and I will support you in all our journey together. I am the queen of the jungle. I am Grandmother Ayahuasca. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Be courageous. Be the warrior that you are. With love, Grandmother Ayahuasca. So that's beautiful message. And that's very much, what she wants from us. She wants that we remove that idea of fear, of death, and very much understand that the medicine are here just to bring us more clarity and healing. And it is important as well to have those guidance so we are able to understand the experience, our pain, our suffering. But the medicine are here very much just to help us. And it is important to be open to receive with love, to receive without expectations, but very much trusting in her power. That's the beauty of the magical word. When we believe in the power of the universe, when we believe that we are not alone, when we believe that we are able to manifest everything, that we are able to manifest our heart, when we believe that everything is happening for us, when we believe and we feel that life is much more than just this third dimension, that it is the spiritual realms that dictate this world. And it is about ourselves to bring that truth, that love, that trust in ourselves, in our journey, knowing that we are totally protected, that very much makes the difference. And that's why the medicine are here for us. And I feel very much an honor to share her power, her love with everyone that feel her calling. All right? So I hope I brought some clarity to some questions. And if you feel very much connected with my words, if you resonate with my energy, and if you feel the calling from Grandmother Ayahuasca, please contact me, okay? I am planning to do ceremonies once a month or once every 2 months. But soon you feel that calling, don't be afraid, but trust in yourself. Trust in Grandmother Ayahuasca. Because now is the moment for us to heal ourselves. And we are here for that. And yes, it's difficult, but we cannot give up in ourselves. Don't give up in yourself. Keep going. Trust in your heart. Trust in your journey. Trust in the love of the universe. Trust in Mother Nature. Trust in the beauty. We are here to transform this world. We are here to co-create a new earth. And very much, that's the moment that we are passing. The transition moment, where very much everything is coming to the light. Where all the darkness within us, from our fears, our shadows, will be enlightened. So we'll be able to help with the enlightenment of the planet as well. We are connected, we are one, and we are love. And we are here to share our truth with each one. All right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you feel the calling from Grandmother, say yes with your heart. Will be worth it. The change, the healing, the connection with ourselves is worth it. It's worth it to heal ourselves. It is worth it, don't give up in ourselves. It is worth it to bring our true essence, our heart. It is worth it to remove every fear that this matrix, this program very much was installed on us. And now is the moment for that. Healing ourselves, we are able to heal others, helping others with our light. And we are here for that. All right? Much love, blessings, and healing from Grandmother Ayahuasca to each one. Take care. See you in the next ceremony of Grandmother Ayahuasca. Bye bye. Namaste.